also social media and just our way of thinking with our hustle culture, we feel like um rest is laziness. Like we don't deserve to have a softer life. Like if we're not grinding, if we're not doing it, if we're not showing people how successful we are with our grinding, then we're not going nowhere. And it's like, no, no. Yeah, because it's very.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Latora,
And I am Latoya, and this is Twinspired, the podcast that's all about real, unfiltered conversation on life, love, business, and everything in between. We are twin sisters on a mission to juggle relationships, parenting, building empires, and creating a family legacy without losing our minds.
So, whether you're here for a laugh, some inspiration, or just a little twin magic to brighten your day, you're in the right place.
Let's dive in.
Hey, 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 what's up, cousins?
Hey, cousins.
Aunties and uncles. So, welcome back to another episode of the Twinspired podcast. And of course, we are here today just to have some fun with you guys and joke it up. So, we are talking about the new dream. So, we grew up believing that success was being seen, and now we feel like success is more so about being free. So, in this episode, we'll be discussing trading validation for vibration. Yeah. So, sis, tell me about your wins and possible, I ain't gonna say losses, but, fails or whatnot for the week.
So mine is such a simple, stupid win, but it matters. It matters to me.
Okay. There are no stupid wins.
Okay, it matters to me. I ordered some new makeup brushes this week because I didn't feel like cleaning my old ones.
Never cleaned your hair.
Okay, here. When you don't feel like cleaning your brushes, just go ahead and order your new pack.
Were they cheap?
They were cheap over there. Expensive, like less than $10.
Yeah, well, that's a friend for being close.
Well, anyway, right? I mean, I'll take it because them brushes is like idiots. And it's crazy because I actually do makeup in here, but some days you just don't feel like doing it. So it was just like, you know what, Twin, before you get a breakout on your face, just buy some new brushes.
I've seen people like think they brush you like dish soap.
Right,
what are you supposed? Okay, that's
good.
I don't dish soap. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
One is antibacterial, it cleans off nasty germs out of people's mouth and stuff like that. So it's really good for your brushes. And it gets rid of the grease. So yes, Dawn dish soap.
I don't know. I feel like I'm traumatized. I think I seen somebody take. They said they used to bathe like their mom used to put dish soap in their bath water. Like crazy. That's disrespectful.
People used to put bleach in water. I do it in my dishwater in their bath water.
Yes. Like what are we trying to accomplish?
UTI.
I don't believe in that, y'all.
That's disgusting.
Let us know if you ever did that. And if it's really okay, because I've never heard anything in all of the medical books.
Yeah, I'm scared
about bleach in the bathtub.
I feel like females are a little bit more sensitive, so
I feel like it's gonna throw your pH all the way off.
Yeah. But anyways, that's not water. So my losses for this week, I would say just self growth, like just looking at lost friends and maybe mourning the loss of people or just the transition that I'm going through. And I feel like I'm saying, some people just not gonna come along with me, so it's just kind of like really sitting in there and saying, okay, it's time to let some people go, and it is what it is. And, it's just you mourn the loss, but you keep moving.
Right. It's not a real true loss, like, because it might be for better. You're kind of getting rid of some baggage. So what? That's a good one. So for me, my I guess my fail or my bad for the week was we had to turn down an offer on the house. It just wasn't good. It felt like they knew that we were kind of desperate, but we didn't want that to present in the offer, and it did. And I just was not willing to take it. Shout out to our guy Gene, because he did his thing, like really shopping around to his investors and everything. But at the end, it just didn't work out. It wasn't a deal that everybody can be comfortable with. So we denied that. So we're still in the process.
Dealing with my realtor, and she's amazing. So hopefully y'all can work something out.
Yeah, so now we're working with someone else to try to just see. Yeah, we're very open. So, but the win for the week, I got to go out with the hubs and dance and drink. Because normally we can DJ y'all. So like I either be with my homegirls or I be kind of like just trying to be cute by myself. And I'm really, y'all know, if y'all don't know, I'm a little socially awkward, okay? So I was telling him like, yeah, I want to go and drink and dance. And like he called his friends, was like, hey, put me and wife on the list. And we walked up, we was not on no list. And she was like, you didn't on no list, your name. People know you got like, but they didn't even ask no questions. We walked up, they was just like, official, all right, y'all come on here. Okay, celebrity. Yes. So we had fun, y'all. I got drunk. Like drunk. It was 2 drinks. That person, I was already really feeling it. And I knew, I was like, I'm feeling this drink. Hey, and then I don't know why. The name of the other one was so cute. It was like a mango something. I didn't taste no mango in that drink. But I was like, I gotta finish this. And then we got to the car. I was like, before you start driving, just let me just go ahead and get this out my stomach. I'm going to believe that. Go ahead and get it out. Yeah, get it out. Don't have me saying pull over on the side of the road. Like, let me just, it's control. Let me just go ahead and get this out my stomach, okay? And yeah, we had a good time. So y'all, that was nice. Yeah, I was outside a lot this week. I felt like I didn't even get all of my goals done this week because I was too outside. I went to the Little Wayne concert on Wednesday, and on Tuesday went to the Greasy Bowl. So it was just like, Twin, get your whole life together because you're too old for this. And I was tired as heck. Needless to say, girl, I would have went to Greasy Bowl. Okay, I was kind of regretting that I didn't go. Yeah, you should have went. And I bought 2 tickets. You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that. I'm always going to buy 2 tickets because I'm never going nowhere by myself. So I bought 2 tickets and I ended up selling one to one of my cool clients. She one of my little ratchet clients. I love her down. And she was like, girl, I'll go with you. I was like, cool, let's go. Because the hug was not trying to go. And I know you went and tried to spend $300 there. So I'm glad you didn't try to offer me a ticket. The ticket was with the taxes. It's the taxes though. The ticket probably was $230 or something. But then once they added $85 with the fees and taxes, it's just like, find out for what? Y'all pay for them to set the stage there. Right, exactly. Like, you got the piece of it. But yeah, so. But anyway, y'all, let's get into this episode because we can talk. We are talkers and we will keep it going. Only to her, okay? Because, like, when I'm talking to other people, it be real minimal. Like, yep. What? I don't want to talk a whole lot. So, anyway. So, today's episode, we are talking about, what the new dream is. Basically, we're trading what our vision of success is. We grew up thinking that success was like about being seen, and now it's more so about freedom. So we are all in for trading validation for vibration. So with the old dream, it was the 9 to 5, having like the amazing 9 to 5. It was about having the big house with the big title and the big retirement. So now it's like we aren't lazy, but we just want to live a little bit more. So at the same time, we're trying to learn how to stop trading time for money. Right. At the end of the day, we're looking for peace. We're looking for minimalists. A lot of people are going very minimal. Like tiny houses are a thing because people are thinking about how they can live more and work less. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm down for a tiny home. I can't get husband on board with me, but a tiny home would do. Whew, I could definitely do a tiny house. I could definitely do, or a barndominium. I freaking girl. I see those, but like they say, like the build out sometimes is much more than what people expect it to be. Mm-hmm. I did research that for a little bit, but like, I don't need nobody coming to mess with us. I'm trying to like set my screen to like not time out because we're trying to keep the time today. Yes, we want to be 30-minute episodes. 30 minutes, trying to be a little bit more organized. But anywho, so people are choosing flexibility over flashy. So, yeah, like I just like a lot of clients are saying stuff like they finna ride their car till the wheels fall off. They ain't no more new cars. Like, ride that car till the wheels fall off. Because why? Why are you spending more money? Like if your car's still working, keep it. Because I feel like if it's just me, but time you pay a car off, that's when it's gonna die. Everything on it gonna just the second you pay it off, it's gonna break down anyway, and it's gonna be time to rinse and repeat the cycle. You're gonna be going to get another one. So, like, when people, I used to didn't understand how people leased cars, but I completely understand it now. But I would also just buy a little cheap cash car. Yeah, I want a little cheap. I want my dream car, which my Jeep was my dream at the beginning, but now it's getting there. It's getting there. That little Jeep, everything y'all heard about a Jeep is true. It's getting there. So I definitely would like to get a newer Jeep, but I want just like a rare and get around car. Like if I get a new Jeep, I don't really want to drive it as much. I want to hang out on the weekends and stuff like that. But I literally just want to keep my life minimal. Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, I'm not getting a new Jeep until I can start making passive income like online. So when I
hit my goal of making passive income where I'm making money in my sleep and they can afford to pay for that Jeep, then that's when I'm going to get the Jeep.
Yeah.
But that's like the goal. But still trying to keep my life minimum. Still trying to make it make sense. Like if I got to stand up behind the chair to pay for that Jeep, I don't want it.
I feel like just that's it's like a dream car or nothing that I absolutely want. I really just want a free lifestyle. Like I just want to be abroad somewhere with this cheap and high rent and let online income or like passive things pay for that. Like I don't want a monthly overhead of like I gotta pay rent or mortgage or whatever. I just want that to be covered. And then like if we're going out to eat and like the other little things that we just do throughout our day, like yeah, that big can come out of our pockets. But you know, if it's funded by other people too, then even better. Okay.
Right.
So basically we want to talk about like the pressure to perform. So like how social media will make you feel like you know, success is performative. So all of everybody's reels and highlights are always like we have such a grind culture. So like nobody really highlights like soft life or just chilling or passive or freedom, you know, financial freedom. Now there is a whole fire group and I did really get on board with them for a long time. But my financial freedom now just looks like living abroad. But also social media and just our way of thinking with our hustle culture, we feel like um rest is laziness. Like we don't deserve to have a softer life. Like if we're not grinding, if we're not doing it, if we're not showing people how successful we are with our grinding, then we're not going nowhere. And it's like, no, no.
Yeah, because it's very important. We always say with mental health and just in general to like schedule that in because you have to schedule in those rest days or those days where you're not doing anything. Like I literally have to tell myself on Sundays, don't do nothing.
Right.
It's okay because I'm going hard Monday through Saturday. So on Sunday, if you don't do nothing, sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to get up, I need to clean this, I need to do this and this. Some days I just like, nah, you okay. You okay, girl. Just don't do nothing. It's all right. Like first of all, who gonna whoop you? And second of all, like you know, ain't nobody got to come over here, so it's fine. If my room is dirty, it's just gonna be dirty today. I'll do it on Monday. So you know, but a lot of times people confuse like when you're having your goals set, right? You like I said, set in that rest time as well. But a lot of times people tend to confuse motion with movement. Like they feel like just because they move around looking like they're doing a lot of things, that they're doing something.
Right.
Sometimes you ain't doing nothing. Yeah. Like if those goals ain't real clear, you're literally moving. You're just keeping motion. You're just moving around. Burning out for no reason. And still not meeting those goals. So like it's really important just to like really define what it is that you're doing so that you can constantly be marking off things so you're really having movement, not just like motion.
Right. So if you ever feel like personally you feel like you're doing okay, but then when you go online or you look at social media, you feel like you're failing or you're not where you need to be.
I feel like that all the time, and of course, all of us deal with some type of imposter syndrome. So we feel like on the outside looking in, people always think, "Oh, they got it together, they got this, and then you're comparing yourself in some way, shape, or degree. Somehow you're going to compare yourself to something or somebody.
Right.
So yeah, like I look all the time and be like, first of all, I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like why the ghetto girls got bodies and teeth.
Girl,
I'm working hard over here and I ain't got no veneers and now my body ain't snatched. And I'd be like I'm confused. Like, why am I working so hard to do everything the right way? And yet, you know, I just say it.
Somebody posted a little meme that was like, see how I clock into work and I'm not like selling my body and I'm like very ghetto.
Very ghetto.
Like very stupid, very young, very ghetto.
That's exactly how
I feel like that sometimes. Like, see, I could have been doing something. And I see the city girl.
Right. And I see the scammers and the stuff, you know, they like moving around and taking flights and bodies is snatched. Mm-hmm. I'd be looking like, what am I doing with my life?
I ain't getting flued out.
Like, girl. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know long term, I want so much more. And like, I really do plan on being fully like retired by 45. So at the end of the day, I got to do what I got to do right now, and you know, make it do what you do. So
I feel like the only thing that keeps me from like being stuck in it, because I will look at somebody's page and be like, dang, they always going somewhere, and you know, they doing this and they doing that. I'm not so much of a like. I like cars, I like nice cars, and I'll be like, but like lately, I drive what's reasonable. But yeah, I can look at some other stuff, but I think what keeps me out of being stuck in that mindset is just like, but are they setting up longevity or are they living for now? Like, are they setting their kids up? Are they setting things up to where they're gonna be good and comfortable in retirement, or they still gonna have to keep this going for them now in retirement? I definitely want to be retired by 45.
Like, I mean, I still would be doing like money, passive income, making money like online, social media, things like that. But yeah, like standing up working.
Yeah. It'll be your time when you want to put that time. Like me with the stock trading or the options trading. Yeah, I want to get so good at that thing. I want to be like 2 hours a day, maybe.
Yeah.
And I know you was looking at a class that was like 20 minutes a day.
Yeah. Hectic. So, bro, that class is expensive right now. So
I can imagine.
Signed it because I am a serial course like buyer.
Yeah.
I literally have 5 courses. Ain't finished none of them yet. So I got to get focused because I'm like thousands of dollars. Because the classes that I invest in aren't always cheap. The minimum of what I probably paid for is $500.
Yeah.
$497. You know, I have purchased like a couple of $27. Like I breeze right through those, but those are usually like a quick little ebook. Right. But the ones that you really invest your money in, like I've paid up to $5,000 worth of course.
So you have really like you've done the university just online.
Yes.
Separate things.
Yes. And that's what I tell myself.
I was just
That's what I tell myself. So I don't feel
like online
guilty.
degrees. Okay,
Exactly.
it should be honorary.
So that I don't feel guilty about my purchases. I always say if I had gone to college for something, or if I was taking this, you know, I look at it as me paying for tuition. So I say people got their education that way, and I'm getting mine this way. Mm-hmm. So it's worth the investment. You know what I'm saying? People are hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt trying to just, you know, gather the information that they gather. That's half of them ain't even using it. It's like, at least Toya, you know, you can use this information right now, and yes, it's an investment, but it's going to pay off. Right. So it's working to me. So I want to ask you a question. So would you rather $1 million or a million minutes of peace?
So 1,000,000 minutes. Let me see. I feel like 60 minutes is an hour. That ain't gonna be enough. Like, what is that? Somebody Google that. Let me know. That seems like it might just be a year.
Right.
A piece. Yeah. I'll take the money. I feel like because I feel like I could do stuff with that money to make it grow and, you know, like invest in and do things to where I'm gonna have my piece. You know, so I would definitely take the money.
Yeah, because I'm one of those people, they say like money can't buy you happiness.
Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
My happiness can be bought, baby. Okay. I'm just saying I don't understand. So yeah, I'm with you, sis. I think I'll take the $1 million. Because
What y'all?
$1 million can buy you a maid. $1 million can buy you all kind of consistency and be able to take so much load off of what it is that he's at on a regular everyday basis. And then $1 million can create you some extra income, like you just said, so that I can just sit behind it.
I just feel like generational wealth. Like I'm nowadays people feel like $1 million just isn't enough, but like why? You don't have to go buy the best of the best. I can go buy 2 or 3 $200,000 houses. I could buy $150,000 condos for each of them kids, cash paid for. We buy our little house, cash paid for. Everybody get their little cars, and we invest the rest. We live in with no overhead other than like light bills and utilities and stuff like that. Like if y'all can't maintain this, and baby girl and the middle child, they got some years. So rent that out until they need it, and all that rented money could be going into like their little savings and whatnot. So like you can really be smart with your money and make it stretch. So I'll take that.
I know, because I'm like one of those people. Like when the lottery be like $1 billion, I'm like, Lord, I ain't gonna lie. Lord, just let me get a little piece. Let me get a little piece of that. Let me get 3 other numbers. I ain't gonna be greedy. Just let me get a little piece.
And you know, statistically, million people that win the lottery be broke within like 5 years.
It's like the first thing I should have did is the
financial advisor. Yes,
for sure. Because people always going to go save everybody. So
exactly.
I ain't saying.
But like no, no, the whole family can't. No, it's going. I'm changing my number.
God dang.
Bring everybody. Now I'm gonna take care of my parents. I'm gonna take care of these kids. So
we could tell.
Oh,
you got your business. Oh, you're changing your part. Okay, so financial freedom versus emotional freedom. So people chase money for peace, but end up buying chaos.
yes.
Also, emotional freedom They have emotional freedom, but it equals waking up without dread. What the heck that means?
So emotional freedom equals waking up without dread. So when you don't have the whole stress of like, I gotta go pay this, I gotta go pay that, because we wake up and be like, oh, it's the third, or it's what, like, let me work. I'm gonna look through my budget, see what need to be paid. When I get paid, it ain't like, oh shoot, this Friday, I just got paid. It'd be like, what I need to pay. Let me see, let me divvy this out. And it's like, it's chaos all the time. So when you have the emotional freedom, then you're also freeing your mind. Like, you just don't have that stress and that chaos. Right. So I feel like that's true, because you chase this financial freedom, or you chase this goal of having this job or this career, and then sometimes it's like I used to ask myself all the time, bedside, like, what did I get myself into? Why did I choose this for myself? Like, and I used to tell students when they came in the shadow, I used to be like, make sure this is something that you actually want to do. Yes, the money is good, and I have to tell myself that all the time. Like, okay, but this paycheck though, it supplies my life. It gives me what I can afford, the lifestyle that I want. But a lot of times, like, boy, if I say tears, crying on the way home from work, or just I don't want to go back there, or I'm really dreading this. It was like I was trading my peace of mind. When COVID was like the true burnout, I was so stressed. It was so heavy. It was just a lot. So a lot of times I've like said, why did I go into healthcare? Why did I do this? And now that I'm getting older, I'm like, I don't even like people. I don't even. People get on my nerves. Like, why? Lord, why you? But that's what's a blessing to somebody. Yeah. When people always be like, can I please see her? Can I see her? And I'm like, oh, why do you want to see me? But did I go in there like, hey, girl, what's going on? But I don't know. But people always be like, yeah, I just like seeing you. You're so encouraging, and give us so much education, and you just, we feel good about ourselves when we be. And I'm like, yeah.
But I think I don't even think it's that you don't like people. It's the wrong type of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't have
Because
patience
right.
for dumb this one.
Right, exactly. So, because it's the same thing in my chair. Like, when you come sit in my chair, it's a certain type of client that I like to attract. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like I typically get those type of clients, and the ones that's just like, they get that from me a little bit. So, like, it just, I ain't really vibing with this. So, this person is a little weird. This person is awkward. This person gives me a hard time. Like, I'd be really quick to be like, oh, so can I come in to recommend you to someone? Like, I would peacefully get rid of them. And then, some clients that's just horrible, just gonna be blocked.
I fired patients. Yeah, I have. Like, I don't see them, and I will let them know when they get checked in. Not the patient. I'll tell the front desk. Like, I don't see this patient. Okay, yeah, because one lady gonna tell me, because she just complained about everything under the moon, and sometimes I have to just be like, I work here. I just work here. Okay, but she complained about everything on the moon. And then she was just like me, because I'm not a very nice person, and I'm just like, that's the thing on choice. You're choosing to not be a nice person, and I won't be seeing you no more. No, can't even request it.
You just told me.
Yeah, like you're not nice on purpose.
Exactly.
So you're choosing that for yourself. Not gonna bother me.
So I feel like I can't say I don't like people. I absolutely know people. I just don't like I don't like people who aren't thoughtful, aren't mindful, aren't respectful, you know what I'm saying, of your time, or just respectful in general. Like, so I'd be like, Lord, please don't send nobody my way that's not, like, send the right people. I get up and pray every morning about the shop. Before I come up in here, I'd be like, Lord, send the right people my way. You know what I'm saying? Send the right clients, send the right people, send the right connections. That anything, I don't want nobody with that bad energy or just that funny acting stuff in my chair. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be peaceful. When they come in, it's peaceful, and I'm gonna give them that same, energy back in it. My clients love it here. Like, when they come in, we vibing. We having a good time. We laughing. We talking about life, and then we gonna catch up on everything they done did on their vacations and their, trips and special events, and vice versa. So it's always just a good time.
Good. Yeah, I feel that. So, build your life that feels like you. Building a life that feels like you. So that's just, I feel like, having your own dreams, not what your mama dreamed for you, what your daddy dreamed for you, but just like what my dreams are for me, right? And then just learning how to audit your time. So time that doesn't drain you, but drives you. So that's been big for me lately. Like, I'm just like, nah, I really want to walk in my purpose more. and be real intentional about my time and do stuff that I actually really, really, really love doing so that it doesn't feel like work. Because everybody's always heard that, like, when you do something you love, it doesn't feel like work. I feel like I ain't never felt that in my whole life. In my whole life, okay? I'm trying to get there. Do something that I just really like. It doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, I feel like that in my job.
You do?
Yeah. I genuinely like going there. I like making people feel pretty. I like making them feel seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like hearing their stories and giving them the encouraging words. So I feel like I landed that and doing there. So that's a blessing.
Yeah. So we've also been kind of conditioned to feel like you almost got to be famous to make an impact. And like with the culture now, where it's like you have to do everything on social media and always almost ain't got to be an influencer. I don't necessarily want to be famous, or like I don't want that influence necessarily. I mean, I do want the business, and you have to do both now. So in order to get the business, you got to put your face out there. People got to know you. They got to identify with you. They got to connect with you personally. And it's like I'm somewhat of a private person, so that's been a change and been some difficulty for me. But I don't feel like you have to be famous to be successful.
Right. You don't necessarily have to be famous, but you do have to be influential. Like people need to know that they can connect with you, they can trust what it is that you're saying. So even if you're not talking, like you can have a page where you're not actually showing your face as much. Now it's not going to get as much traction as a page, you know what I'm saying, that does. But a lot of times people are still very successful with just getting out information. So say for instance, if you had a page where you were just more so giving health tips every day, you know what I'm saying? And people didn't know, oh, it's going to be a minute with Tora every morning. She's going to post her tip for the day. You know, stuff like that will catch on because you're posting consistency.
Yeah.
So you have to beat them with consistency and put information up. So long as you're giving out something quality for people to take in, and it's like I said, it's quality information, you can still grow from that. So that would be your.
Do you watch the morning prayer with the snot doc? It's a black doctor. He's like a surgeon.
Okay,
but like I feel like I've shared them to you, but girl, his prayer be so dang on good. I be sharing that thing with everything. I feel like he write it down because I feel like he can read it, but that prayer be so dang on good. It's a black dude, older, and sometimes he be in the surgery room, like they be walking around preparing in the background, like he be having his little stuff on. I'm gonna send it to you, but he's just not done.
But I feel like even what you've been doing with like showing like behind the scenes of life in a day in the life. I mean, I know that's a long video. I know it's 30 minutes to an hour of just editing, which is annoying as heck, but people just like to see that it's inspiring to somebody that's looking forward to that type of life. So that's pretty much what you have to think about it as. Like when you don't have to script so much, you don't have to edit so much, and they could just talk. I'm just gonna come on here and just talk. That's the easiest way to connect with people, let them see the true you, and just go from there.
Yeah.
So this is a really important thing.
So success isn't what they clap for. It's what gives you the peace that nobody's watching when nobody's watching. Yep.
So I'm going to use it. So on closing, freedom is the new flex. Basically, again, creating income or creating a lifestyle where you're not just always having to say yes to your job, or yes to, you know, say doing something because you're so tied to everything, like your bills, your kids, and all of the responsibilities of life. Being able to actually free up yourself as far as making a little bit more money, as far as making money passively, being able to make money while you take a nap. It's like
paid naps. I need paid naps.
Right. It's super important. So again, like I literally encourage everyone, if there is a course that you're interested in taking, or someone that you've been following and you're kind of second guessing whether you should take their course or buy that ebook or whatever, and like it's the time is now to learn a new skill.
Right.
Like we've said before in previous episodes, learn that skill and start to make transitions and changes in your life, because you don't want to be just stuck with that 9 to 5 type of career where that's the only thing you're depending on. Because in today's economy, in today's world right now, jobs are disappearing.
Right.
Jobs are disappearing like crazy. AI is a real thing. If you're not learning it, you're going to get left behind. Also, jobs, once again, they don't give you 2 weeks notice. Some of them ain't giving 2 weeks notice, and that severance pay that some of them give you ain't enough to suffice for 6 months while you're looking for another job. And then you start that new job, you're starting back at the bottom. So you're going to go starting out at a lower level. So at the end of the day, it's very, very important to kind of really start setting some goals and figuring out what's the next move and how you can stay basically in tune with everything that's going on with today's world.
So ask yourself, are you chasing attention or alignment? And I want to make a correction. I'm not saying that I don't like what I do. I love helping people, but it's just sometimes you want more for people than they want for themselves. And it's so draining to be like, I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying to give you the tools, but you don't want this. And I can't want it more than you want it. So like you physically draining me because I'm trying to pour into you. So, I think if I could just find something that's more in line with, we all on the same page. You want what I want, and I can help you get there. So that's where I'm trying to go. But
and I feel like with you stepping in more into like the beauty, when you was doing like the beauty thing,
I was so
that's people are all your pictures gonna come in here. They ready to get this beauty service. They ready to get this, whatever it is that they're getting. So they're not getting pushback. Right. You're not telling them week after week, hey, I told you need to watch your blood pressure. Hey, I told you need to, you're not working on this, and we discussed this last time. You're wasting your breath. Right. And that does get like redundant.
Like I got kids at home for that. I don't want to do this
like, I feel you on that. Now that's how I am with some of my clients. Yeah. Clients who do crazy stuff like you don't ask for some glue in tracks, but you just snatched them out. Why? What? How did you take those out again? So you pulled them out. Oh, you just pulled them out? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, we don't talk about this before. So at this point, I don't care. I don't care, but I'm going to charge you every time you need to for your shirt. And I'm going to charge you every time. Because, like, at the end of the day, if you keep doing stuff that I'm telling you not to do, then it's on you. And I feel okay with it. Mm-hmm. So, but those end up not being my favorite clients because I feel like being hard-headed. It was like you said, I got kids at home. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I get you. I don't want them hearing adults. I don't. So yeah. So at the end of the day, guys, we are not chasing fame. We are chasing peace, purpose, and paid naps. Again, like all I'm trying to be about is those paid naps. Okay.
So y'all tell us how y'all doing. If y'all are chasing some freedom, or are you still kind of just in your figuring things out phase of life? And it's okay, cousins, if you are still in that phase. But just start putting it in your mind. Take a course or two. Read a book. Listen to a podcast. Keep listening to our podcast. Okay.
At 7 p.m. But you guys, we are going to go ahead and close out this episode. This week I did not finish my book, and I'm just going to be completely honest because I was outside. So I'm still in my same book. Next week I will drop our new book that we will be reading. And sis, you had any scriptures or anything from church this week or your Bible?
No, I'm still listening. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be listening to some kids videos because I play them for Aaliyah for baby girl, and I learned a lot more in her videos, and now I'll go back and read it. So, but like I learned it better in the childish way, and then I go back and I'll be like, let me read this in the adult version. But no, yeah, just church. We did faith talk on Tuesdays, and they kind of dive in more to like a Bible study with X questions. So I'm really enjoying it. That's cool.
I know that's right. I skipped church this week. Tora called and woke me up, but I don't know which one of y'all clients came sat in my chair, but somebody gave me sleep symptoms. Okay, so the girl was down bad Saturday night and Sunday, and I still got a little, in my throat right now, but
I did call in the prescription, but it was for something else. But she didn't tell me to call her yet. I did tell her what to take. Is she feeling a little better?
I'm feeling a little bit better. And regardless, this show one monkey don't stop no show. And I can't be the monkey stopping the show this week. So I got my butt and we're here. So anyways, we love y'all. Thank y'all again for always watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend. Also follow us on our own personal pages. I will be releasing a course very soon, hopefully this week. And sis is working on something on her own as well. So
I can't release the name yet, so nobody stealing it. Okay, but y'all will telehealth services will be coming soon.
So yes, follow me. I am at Toya Andy on all social media platforms.
And I am at the Tora NP for the follow over a nurse practitioner on all social media platforms as well.
Okay.
So we're going to end with our mantra. Do we remember it? So
we may not have it all figured out, but together we figured it out. One laugh, one lesson, one episode at a time. Bye.